Testing 1 2 test 1 2 2 2 2 check check 1 2 check 1 2 check 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 1 2. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Sorry, I'm used to having Dawn share her screen and then she shares the audio and then I mute the mic on Restream, go through the Zoom audio. But unfortunately, she's just having some technical difficulties getting into the Zoom. Dawn, if you can hear me, don't use the mobile app. We posted in the mod lounge last night. So yeah, you got to go through. If you're trying to do it on your mobile device, you got to log in. But if you just come into Restream on your desktop, you should be able to, because then I won't be able to have both without, maybe you'll have both without conflict. I don't think it's going to work. We need that second person to share the audio. And then we mute one mic over here on Restream. So make sure you tap or double tap those screens, like, share the stream. Today is another edition of American Dream Trading. We are out here with all of our moderators. We got 15 moderators at the helm here. So waiting for everyone to come in. Doug is sending me a message. Doug, I'm going live, baby boy. You're going to have to hold off on that. Let me see. No audio on YouTube. Thanks, Doug. Give me 1 second. Give YouTube a couple of seconds because there might be a delay if there's no audio. Type of 1 in the chat over on YouTube if you can hear me. And get that squared out of the way. I know Dawn is sweating bullets right now. Come on, Donnie. I sent you that message at 7 o'clock to be ready. Ready to go. Come on.
Said no audio on YouTube, right?
No audio? Okay. Microphone. Check it. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. Somebody threw a monkey wrench into the mix. Hold on 1 second. Let's test 1 2. Yeah, YouTube's got audio. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? YouTube's got audio. I just heard myself. Check again. Check the live.
Yeah, on YouTube, I'm picking it up. I have it on my extra device, and I can hear you. And I heard, I think it was Miranda, right?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good to me.
And you can hear the Zoom users, but is it like faint or is it like?
It sounded good to me.
Okay.
Okay, so you good?
I'll share my screen here. It's working. All right. Don't be judging me for my Snuggie, all right? Leave me alone. It's cold up in here. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna be streaming like this, like the TikTokers and the YouTubers. Liquidity sweeps. All right. Let me switch this here. Let me share my screen. I'm probably not going to share the sound. I don't want to jack up the audio. So let me do this entire screen number 2. And we'll bring it up. There we go. Let me know, moderators, if the sound's still good. Let me know if it's good. All right.
I heard Dawn on YouTube, but I haven't heard her in here yet.
Hold on. She's probably in the backstage here. She just turned herself on. Don't forget, Dawn, your name says Bruno too.
Oh.
Dawn sweating bullets. Don't sweat, Dawn. All right, we're gonna just get going. Dawn, join me when you can. Hopefully this stays intact and there's no issues. But welcome again, everybody, to another edition of American Dream Trading. Like we do every morning, we are going to get started with the market recap from yesterday, markets recap from pre-market, some things to look out for, what's going on. Of course, there's some things that I'm limited to what I could say, especially if there's a tension rising somewhere across the globe. We always look for those kind of conflicts. We don't. One second. Dawn, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Just knock me off. But anyway, tensions rising. Let me know, moderators, if you can still hear me. There you go. She just changed her name. All right, cool. Tensions rising, ships being sent overseas. Always look for those wonderful conflicts. I say that sarcastically, but we know how that can affect the market as well. So, market recap. Somebody's got to let me know because I'm not looking at the stream on YouTube. If the audio goes out, let me know because I know Dawn just joined us. But anyway, stocks were choppy yesterday, near flat overall after a strong U.S. Jobs report created mixed sentiment. Strong labor data. We talked about that. We had a huge spike in labor. It's good for the economy. However, bad for Fed rate cuts, pushing bond yields higher, according to Bloomberg. And reports describe markets as wobbling, a tug of war between growth and optimism and rate fears. And index a snapshot, S&P 500 was flat around 6940. We know the S&P is broken up into two. We trade typically the one that's in the $600 range, but the S&P, the big dog, which you can also look at SPX, 6940. 6,940. NASDAQ slightly red, basically a rotation plus digestion day after macro data, according to the NASDAQ information. Three major theme drivers, the job reports, the Fed path. So if they're very worried about interest rate cuts, that will affect it. If jobs are booming or if they're up, that could also signal a pause on interest rate cuts. Strong employment data shifted expectations towards fewer rate cuts in 2026. That was Bloomberg. And earnings plus sector rotation. AI semiconductor strength. Macron was up 10% on AI memory demand and bullish analyst upgrades. That's according to NASDAQ. And then the financial weakness, Robinhood, 9%. Down 9% after revenue miss, tied to partly to crypto weakness as well. Auto industry, Ford gained as investors focus on 2026 profit outlook despite EV losses. That's a courtesy of Motley Fool. And then number 3 was AI CapEx debate still looming. Market's still watching for massive AI infrastructure spending versus profitability. Sometimes you got to spend money to make money, and that's why everybody's kind of paused at a standstill. Is the investment going to be worth the return? And that's what the speculation is if they're spending a hell of a lot of money on AI infrastructure and AI demand, is the profitability eventually going to be there? So notable movers, stories, steel, volume reaction to jobs data, according to NASDAQ, and then crypto-linked stocks pressured ties into Hood story. So Hood missed their sales, missed their earnings, and then I haven't looked at it. I can look at it now. We can see what it's doing now, but a little bit of a spike here in the pre-markets. But overall, you could see there was a big drop yesterday on Hood. Back to the downside. 74.25 was the low. Let's see. Pre-markets this morning. Future sentiment. We always talk about futures because it's still tied into the market. Futures slightly green. S&P futures 0.3%. Dow futures 0.3%, according to Barron's. And then the general tone. Market still debating whether strong jobs data is bullish or hawkish, according to Barron. And of course, we don't always heavily rely on Reddit, but Reddit trader sentiment snapshot, futures are gaping up, pointing toward a higher open. And that's a courtesy of Reddit. But of course, sometimes you can find some weird, unreliable sources on Reddit as well, because it's made up with those little kitties in the basement as well. So pre-market movers, small cap, Reliance Global Group, EZRA, is up 20% pre-market on volume spike. Pre-market, we got Icon, ICON, PLC, Baxter's, per Barron's preview. Macro and events to watch for. Markets are still digesting. Delayed January jobs report impact, ongoing earnings cycle. We got still a lot of earnings reporting out this week. Upcoming inflation and retail sales data pipeline. We'll look at economic calendar here shortly. Big picture for right now, bullish factor, strong labor market, economic resilience, AI CapEx, data center demand supporting semis, and then earnings still coming in mixed but disastrous. Bearish risk factors, strong jobs equals higher yields equals fewer rate cuts. That's the correlation. at least in that one area. Crypto weakness bleeding into some fintech, and then valuation concerns after big AI run. And that is your market recap for today. Looking at our economic calendar over on TradingView. If you have TradingView subscription, you'll have access to this in your economic calendar. February 12th, Thursday, 8:30, jobless claims came out 1862 versus 1841 prior. Forecasted was 1850. Came in slightly higher than forecasted. Still overall not horrible, not a big positive or negative in either direction. Initial jobless claims 227, forecasted was 222, and then prior was 232. Existing home sales is the next big one on this list at 10 o'clock, which is also shift change, where we see a little bit of a pop in volume coming into the market. Some would say the big boys turn on their systems for the first time. I don't know how accurate that is, but I just know smart money's looking to enter the market around 10. That's what they normally say out there. So 10 o'clock forecast 4.15 million on the existing home sales, and then 4.35 was prior. 10:30, 11:30, 4-week bill auction, 12 o'clock, 15-year, 30-year mortgage, 1 o'clock, 30-year bond auction, 4:30 market will be closed, Fed balance sheet, and 19:05, 7:05, Fed Mirren speech as well. Talk like a robot. But anyway, so 10 o'clock will be existing home sales will be the biggest one on this list. Initial jobless claims already came and went, 8:30. If market did react to it, it is unclear if it made a big impact, and we could see not much of a move from that. Some of them have a little bit better moves than others. All right, pre-market setup has been set up for our paid members. We'll talk a little bit about that here shortly. Our IPO center has been updated. Our pre-market levels, our hot stock picks. We go over that every single morning. VIP members get access to that as early as 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Everything we do here is on Eastern time. And let me just check the chat real quick, make sure everybody's good, loud and clear. Ken Mayfield music, thank you. J&J video, welcome to the show. Don't forget to smash or share that video, subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. And Jerry, also good to see you, bud. Appreciate you tuning
Hey Jerry,
in
Ken.
this week. We appreciate
Ken, you're my favorite. You're my favorite song guy.
So, talk about our memberships real quick. We have you could join us for free at any time going over to American Dream Trading. I won't say the .com part, but you can Google us. Well, I'm sure we'll pop up at the top of the list. You can sign up totally free with a free Discord access. The QR code is up on the screen. Doesn't cost anything. We do have a ton of free resources available for you on the Discord and even also on our WAP as well. But most of the interactions are happening on our Discord. So if you'd want to join us, you can scan that QR code. Doesn't cost a thing. Something I recently added to the QR codes is by popular demand. People wanted to know, hey, how do I get that premium membership for $125? You can get that premium membership by scanning that QR code. And also, we have 2 promo codes currently active. We got Bruno, BRUNO, and Dawn. Take an additional 10% off. This is for new members only. Members that are currently already with us will not be able to use this code. But if you've been staring at us from the outside for a while and are interested in seeing what's going on or peek behind the curtain, which I will show you here shortly, this is your chance to do it. If 125, if you wanted to do a yearly membership, and 125 per month doesn't make much sense over 12-month time, we also have a $500 yearly membership currently, a throwback sale. Again, promo code is still valid for that one. Take an additional 10% off of that. And then we also have our 2-year plan for $750. And these codes will be coming up throughout the stream. So don't worry if you missed it. I'm sure we'll bring it back up as well. Also, I want to talk about our ADT trading journal. We have that 50% off the first year, $39.99. $79.99 for the year after that. So it is a renewal membership. So we constantly will be working on that to update that. And there's always been work being put behind the scenes on that. So of course, there's a labor cost associated with that. So we'll keep updating that through the new year, 2027, and so on and beyond. So if you want to scoop up that ADT trading journal, it is a digital PDF version. You can edit it on your computer. Some have been editing on their phone as well. Some have even been printing it out and making books for themselves, which is also a pretty neat idea. And it is available to you. And not that it's lastly, but we also have the Diamond Lifetime, because I have one more code to show you. It's a Diamond Lifetime membership, 5,000. Again, 10% off of that payment using that promo code that you see on the screen. Again, these codes will pop up eventually throughout the day. And lastly, if you are trading futures, you want to do our Tradeify prop firm, you can sign up with that code and use the promo code ADT to sign up for the prop firm if you're trading futures. I know we had one going for stocks and options that kind of fell through the cracks, and we're going to see if we can find ourselves another prop firm that allows us to trade stocks and options as well. I'm sure that's being worked on as we speak, or in the near future. So we'll look for that. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all a little bit behind the scenes. So I'm going to go ahead and move my Discord over here, so you can see what goes on behind there. You could see all the channels lighting up. We have a lot of engagement. We have our training videos access. We have our education and training. Of course, when you're a free member, you will have access to some of these channels. And then when you get down to the video sections, you could see all the videos channels that we have. James is on the backfield. Let me let James in real quick, Don. I got him. He's on. Welcome, James. Let me put him over on the side there. I'll move him over there. There we go. So we have a lot of access. You could see, of course, as an operations manager, moderator / all the things / streamer / stock market trader / everything. We have lots and lots of channels. When you're a Diamond member, you're getting pretty much everything that's on this list, with the exception of the admin stuff, which is towards the bottom, which I won't go much further than that. But you see beyond the charts, we have our profits and losses. We have our ADT trading journal. We have our fun house for people to goof around in. We have our trading ideas, which are done every single morning. You can see the structure that we have behind here. There's tons of structure like clockwork. We have a schedule here that we like to maintain and stick to. So 8 o'clock is our busiest times, because that's when we start getting our day going. So we are hand plucking these hot stock picks, as you can see. I'll give you a couple of freebies right there. So if you take a screenshot of that, that's the stocks that we'll be looking at this morning. And of course, that's not the only thing that happens, right? As the bell opens up, sometimes those hot stock picks can change in terms of they might not do anything. They might do something. It's based off of news and volume in the pre-market, or if there's a substantial amount of news behind it that will make the list. Those will be the ones in yellow. And so sometimes at the open, you might find that something else pops up and it might not be on this list. So it happens. It's like Pokemon. You can't catch them all, right? Of course, we have our IPO center, which latest and greatest new IPO releases. We have our earnings channel, which you could see here, recaps and all most anticipated earnings. We have a gold newsletter that happens every Sunday, Saturday or Sunday when it's posted. We have a VIP newsletter as well. You can see the amount of information that's in here. It's absolutely nuts. And I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of what the newsletter looks like as soon as it loads up here. So nobody in the industry is doing this, just FYI. I just want to point that out there. And people pay thousands of dollars a year for this kind of membership or this kind of stuff, right? Just to get a simple newsletter with the amount of work. This has got 77 pages. I know it could be a little bit dry, but I can promise you sometimes you're going to find something on this thing that might be worth looking at. So just to take put your eyes to what's in here, because a lot of people don't see this and they say, well, what am I getting? What am I paying for? I don't know what I'm getting. So I'm showing you what you're getting. It's absolutely ridiculous in the amount of channels and stuff that we have. We have our VIP live chat. Yep.
On YouTube, we're getting an open mic or something. It sounds like a bunch of background noise.
That's probably, is that James?
It was after James came in.
James! Hold on a second. See if that's.
I muted it.
Okay, good. There is a delay though.
He muted it.
James, get that practice in, baby. Get that practice in. Live Apple chat with David. As you can see here, he goes over our pre-market levels and ideas. You can see our entries, our exits, all the things, levels, supports, resistance. The training never stops here. Just so we're clear. All right, we have our futures live as well. We have our crypto live as well. We have our futures Tradeify. We have our Diamond Lounge. We have our futures VIP lounge. We have our futures lounge. We have our crypto lounge to talk about crypto. We have our Go lounge. These guys get the point. So, and then let me just show you. Let me just give you a little. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick.
Miranda, if you can hear me, check the girls' DMs.
I'm not him. I can't do it. I can't do the goofy voice. Let me just show you something. Like, look at the amount of videos that are in here. And these are all 1 hour sessions. Okay. Our diamond members know exactly what I'm talking about. And then our gold mastermind, we had our gold replays. We got our gold training videos. Like, this is the amount of stuff that is poured into this community and poured into this Discord. So if that's not a selling point, I don't know what to tell you. One more? Of course you can, Richard. Since you didn't, of course you can. Go ahead.
It doesn't even include the open mic that you get no place else. There is no place else that you can go ahead, raise your hand, put in the chat and say, hey, I have a question on this, and then get addressed at that time live.
You mean we have 24-hour help desk support? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that while the market is open, and even with the aftermarket on Mondays and Thursdays, you can get assistance understanding the market and what's going on. Review a trade of yours. You can do all kinds of things that are open mic. There is no other place. All of the members can open mic. People hear them and it be discussed.
Just give me 1 second. Hold on, because somebody said that they couldn't hear me on the Zoom as bad as good, not as bad, but as good as David. So that should fix it. Hopefully, there's a stupid setting in Restream that auto gains and auto decreases. So hopefully that will fix it, and then we should be good to go. All right. So we got about 7 minutes to the bell. What else can we talk about? Other than the amount of channels, you could see our help desk support system down here. This is all our tickets. We have a dedicated help desk support. If you have any questions whatsoever, even as a free member, we're here to support you. Just open up, create a ticket. This should be like, it's not, hey, I need to trade. And, what do you think about this call? And that should be all within the group on the Zoom call, right? But if, say, you have an issue with Discord or access or something's not working correctly, or something about your account, memberships, cancellations, all those things, that's what that's for. Or if you get into a jam and you don't know what to do, I'll say that you can jump on our Zoom call and immediately ask for help, and we'll stop the whole thing just to help you out. Okay. All right. So
I can add something on the economic news.
Go for it.
So Bruno does touch on the economic news every morning, and a lot of times when you hear us talk about it, we've had other videos that actually explain it more in depth. So, for example, to give you an idea, today at 10 o'clock, where we have shift change, we have home sales, the existing home sales data coming out. And so you might ask yourself, well, why are you so concerned about that? Pretty much everybody knows, interest rates are too high and they're having problems selling it. But why is it looked at so close by institutions and other big money players? And the answer to that why is because our economy around home sales is huge. It isn't just home sales. It's people that when they buy homes, they're going to usually go out and buy furniture. When they're going to sell homes, a lot of times they will go and buy paint to paint and clean things up, or to get carpet and help the floors be better. They go ahead and get landscapers to clean up the mess and the weeds in the yard so it looks good, so they get a better price. When you stop and you think about what goes around home sales, it isn't just the selling of homes. It's much deeper and wider than that. And so the Fed will look at that significantly.
It's all tied in somehow, right, Richard? It's all tied in. Yeah. Right? There's a bigger plan. There's a bigger force at play. So that's the way we got to look at it. And also our workshop class also goes over that data, economic data. What you see on the screen is our workshop videos. I'm telling you, this is a 5-star production here. It's not just some kids in the basement of, asking for a $9.99, e-course or something like that. This is full blown training. The amount of videos you get, the amount of information, it's like a fire hydrant opening up at full blast and you're standing in front of it trying to catch the water as it's coming out, and you just get blasted and knocked back. So take your time. Check. Take your time, go through the stuff, go through the videos. There's a lot of information, so don't overwhelm yourself. That's what I say. And the last thing I'll say before I know Coach wants to say something, verify your Discord. When you come into as a free member, make sure you go to this channel on onboarding through Discord. It will take you directly to this channel. Read through stuff. I can't stress that enough. Read what's inside these channels. Read the information, verify, enter the code, get verified. Come and talk to us in our Traders Lounge, and we'll be there to chit chat. Coach, you wanted to say something?
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt. Real quick, James, your background is flipped. Dawn, your background is set to hide itself a little bit so you can't see it as well. Over on the YouTube, I just posted a comment for a $500 cash giveaway today. So make sure you guys, streamers, are watching all the YouTube comments. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you post them, and one of our moderators will make sure to get to them. Again, apologize, I'm not here today, tomorrow, and the market is closed on Monday. I do have access to Discord and everything else. I'm working through tickets. I'm working on admin stuff, so I am still able to do some things today. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to use those discount codes today, Bruno or Dawn, so we can put a giant amount of money into their pocket. The longer that streamers are streaming, the more opportunities they have to make money. Speaking of that, I am looking for full-time dedicated streamers. If you guys are interested in joining our streamer team over here at American Dream Trading, make sure you guys open up a help desk ticket. If people use your discount code, you get 10% of anything that they purchase using your code. Example, Dawn's last stream that she was on here with Bruno for 2 hours made $350 because somebody clicked the UPC symbol and used the discount code Dawn, where they received 10%, and she made $350 just by sitting here talking to you for 2 hours. So if you guys are interested again in joining us for our streaming full-time team, come on over, let's talk. Whether it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, whatever you have available. If you want to talk about stocks, options, futures, or crypto, we would love to have you in here. We're looking for people to entertain, educate, and share the passion that we have for all of the things American Dream Trading. Love your faces. I'm out of here. Appreciate all of you. See ya. God bless.
Thank you, Coach. God bless.
Bless, Coach. Get a little Jesus in.
All right. At this point, you should be looking at, we got 30 seconds to the bell. You should be looking at your levels. We've already gone over that as paid members, previous day high, previous day low, pre-market high, pre-market low, getting yourself up, set up for success, not chasing trades, not chasing entries. So let's have a great day. We got about 10 seconds to the bell. I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, your mic
Hold on
is
one.
so low. We barely hear you,
Hold on.
especially compared
Hold
to
on
me.
one second, Nana. Hold on one second. I just need one person to tell me. Hold on one second. Auto gain is off. I don't know what happened, but when he jumped in, it just spiked it down. Maybe. Oh, I think I know what it is. I know what it is.
I appreciate that level when he's singing, but when he's explaining things, we went higher.
Yeah, so I'll try to keep an eye on it because it adjusted. So Apple market's open. Apple pulled back. Let's see what we got. Looking for that 2-minute EWO entry as always, or in my case, a scalp. Oh, okay. Everything's all jimble jambled all over the place. So clear, concise call outs. Let me know. Thank you.
Don't jump on the first camera.
Oh, no. I'm waiting.
Second red on Microsoft.
Second red on Microsoft. Thank you. Let me know if you got them.
The downside yellow there.
Tesla's up about $4.50 and going into the open. AMD is up about $2.20.
AMD's going up and down, right?
AMD is bouncing all over the place. Yeah, a little bit more volatile than usual. Yeah.
On a 2-minute EWO green.
What was the ticker? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Forward.
Ford. Thank you. Very nice, tall, strong candle. 2-minute on Ford. Thank you. Upside.
Wanted Apple.
I know my Apple gang's hanging out, waiting patiently.
Oh yeah.
We got that pre-market set up 273.25, 273 to the downside, strong candle, but waiting for that confirmation, the break and hold. 2-minute red EWO to the downside on Apple. Waiting for that candle to close. We'll flip over to puts just in case. Just having it ready. It's got a full 1 minute, 30 seconds for it to close. Previous candle, 2-minute strong EWO to the downside.
Beware, because the price may have gone up in the pre-market or the price may have gone down in the pre-market, that a lot of times there's going to be adjustments at first to take profits. Be patient.
Absolutely, Richard. Absolutely. Apple gave it all back today. The previous day. Apple gang, please wait patiently. I'm waiting patiently with you.
Learned from yesterday.
Ofer, it's doing the same thing it did yesterday. It's a little glitchy. Yeah.
I woke up 3 times last night waiting from that red candle. Like a nightmare.
Oh man.
Hot stock pick FSLY still moving up pretty good.
Thank you. Hot stock pick upside. We got 18 seconds for this candle to close. That is we want to see that perfect setup. Three seconds. All right. I'll go ahead and take a little stab at it. It's now on a third, of course, but now it's a game of patience.
Second green EWO to the upside.
Thank you, James, for that Zoom link.
Mike is still good, still hot.
Yes, ma'am. There's also another one that didn't quite make the list that came in late with news, Bruno, PMI. It's on 21 at the moment.
You said PMI or TMI?
P. Paul, Mary, Indigo.
Oh, that was an echo.
Yeah, but pretty buddy cool right
Hold
now.
on one second. Jimmy, you got two different audios playing. You might have two different devices, so that's where we're getting that feedback from. So make sure you're not near any speakers, or if you do have two different the same call up on two different devices, please and thank you. Nana,
Be careful on SPY. It is in a second EWO, but you have the pre-market high of 695.25 as a double top.
Nana, what were you saying before?
Nothing. I was talking about Yeco too.
Okay.
Anyway, the news on PMI is they just performed the first artificial heart transplant. Their total artificial heart.
They did, but I think that technology's been out already. I think they did one already. But yes, they might have done it for the first time.
I just seen the news on it, reading what I read.
Read.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I got you.
I think Coach is printing one off right now.
I think that's interesting because I thought the Javik heart was a artificial heart, and that's decades ago.
Needs to maintain below VWAP here on Apple. And a reminder, 200 concurrent viewers today. You'll one lucky person will have a chance to win $500. $500. 200 concurrent viewers.
One trading SPY, be patient. It's kind of right in the middle, and it needs to get out of that channel. Be patient.
Same with IWM.
Tesla broke up.
Tesla woke up. Broke up. Yep, I see it.
Yeah, it's new high.
Thank you. Just sitting patient here. My out will be a break and hold above VWAP. That previous day low is 274.50. That 274.50 was previous day low on Apple. Would like to see it maintain at least at 274.50. Needed to be able to stomach being down over $100.
BI hopped it to the upside. Ruby. It just has split 7-1 split.
Ruby, R-U-B-Y.
R-U-B-I.
R-U-B-I. Thank you.
I was also pushing that whole dollar mark, looking for a break and hold there.
It is true. Yeah, it is true. The EWO isn't glamorous for streamers, but unfortunately, I'm going to stick to the rules. Got to let it develop, let it work out. If it breaks above and holds above VWAP and 274.50, I'll have to be out of this with my tail between my legs. But the good thing is there's not a whole lot of volume coming in, right? So while the volume came in and then it kind of died down a little bit, which is working in my favor. So I'm still in this. Came up to the 9, kissed it on the 2-minute. And we're starting to see some separation of the indicators, but it's still below VWAP, still below that previous day low. So I will just hang out here and wait. You just keep calling them out. Only because this is a live account, I'm not going to take my eyes off of this or flip to another ticker. But if you have a call out, let us know. Volume levels keep spiking up and down. This is why I don't like doing it through Restream because it messes with the mic. Well, when you share the audio, Dawn, and then it goes through Zoom and we're all good.
Double bottom on AMD.
I'll flip over because it's right there, and then I'll go right back to what I was doing. Double bottom. Thank you. F2, you got your mic open. I got you. James, can you make F2 a moderator or a co-host, please? Thank you.
SPY is forming a double top.
Interesting. SPY double top, Apple's to the downside.
The 271.75 from a long time ago as a support. So
271.75.
yes, I mean, so yeah, pretty close.
You telling me I'm going to get my ass ripped for this one?
Honestly, nothing. Be patient. Your plan is to stay until VWAP, so just stick with that.
I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it.
IWM's at double top. It did tap new high, but it's pulling back down.
And here's an interesting look for options, right? So until we move that bracket into the money at 270, 250, my contracts are not going to really go much very fast, right? So we're looking for that higher delta. Once we get below the 270, 250, then it's going to be game on and a little bit on the gas pedal. But it's got to break that 270, 250 to bring me into a new, we'll call it a new bracket, not a tax bracket, but a new bracket. So we're about 30 cents away. And then we should start to see some really good acceleration if it can break 270, 250.
Want to interrupt you, but SPY just hit a double top. It's pulling back.
Thank you.
We just say that 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, and then it did it again. With the bottom of the regression channel on
bottom.
TradingView.
Thank you. Thank you. Trying to keep my eyes on all the things. I'll put TradingView over here. Moderators, I have no visibility to the Discord because I got TradingView up. So if anything pops off over there.
Gotcha.
Would have been not a bad spot to add in, right? But I'm going to just stick with what I got. And then we'll look for another entry at another time. But setting itself up for a little bit of a bottom here. Like to see it pull back before that. I don't want to see it find support sooner.
They're basically hugging VWAP. We're showing indecision as they're trying to work out this news on the jobs numbers.
Got it. We got 17 minutes till shift change.
Microsoft to the downside.
Microsoft to the downside. Thank you.
IWM strong pull right back into the same channel.
Just doesn't want to break that 270, 250. Come on. There we go. Get me into that new tax bracket. Come on. It's teeter-tottering back and forth. It's a whole 20-cent difference, right? So looking for that good acceleration.
I got right back to VWAP and puddle in the middle right now again. Jeez.
EWO is looking mighty strong to the downside on Apple. Just an observation.
SPY's printing the easiest money ever.
Is it? Take Apple with it.
He's following strong also.
Yeah.
I know you're eating that up.
Every single candle.
David, you might see history in the making here. Just so you know. History in the making.
Very defined channel.
History in the making, baby. How long can Bruno stay in a 2-minute EWO? I got my hands in my laps right now. My hands in my lap. Somebody tie his hands.
Apple does like the whips off for no apparent reason,
Yeah.
though. So
Keep your hands in your pockets, Bruno. My snuggie.
Keep your hands off the mouse.
I look like a mouse right now.
All right. This is almost as good as a Fed day.
How good that SPY pull was and where exactly it pulled to.
Give me another level.
You get double top on SPY.
Give me another level.
1 minute it was just pretty. Just at the center.
Hang on 1 second. Give me another level, please. I mean, I could look for it, but if you got eyes on it, unless you're trading. If you're trading, don't worry about it.
There's a problem when all those candles were just getting beat down.
150 was pretty strong in the lower time frames previously. 270, 150.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. Let's go, SPY.
You knew there was a problem with those candles were all just severely getting beat back every time they tried to push it up. I mean, even the computers weren't able to keep up with the selling. So you knew they were going to have to step back. 338, I got to take it right there because that's a support level. If it breaks and holds, it'll go below it. Otherwise, expect to bounce. That's your double bottom.
You say it's our double bottom.
The S&P stands for S in palm. Did you hear him say the words, I'm get?
There's your bounce. Take it at 694. Then wait and see what it gives you.
Thank you, Palm.
That was the first beautiful move on SPY today. Double bottom and under it. Yay.
I made a scalp earlier of a VWAP at VWAP to the double top at 938.
Apple, big bounce.
That double top twice.
Apple, big bounce
That's
there.
what I was saying, and then I was like, I already called. I was like, I know it did it again. like a minute later.
Yeah, and you knew with that wick it wasn't going to stay there either.
You know, when it touched the double bottom and kind of rebound a little bit to 200, I had it right there. I'm like, oh, I'm going to add a couple.
Nice.
Boom.
That was.
New people, how many heard Palm say got it right there?
Yep, I heard him.
That was a big aggressive bounce on Apple.
Yeah. But it's still respecting the 9, so let's see.
Thank you all so much. And you new people, you hear me thank these people repeated.
I would say breaking under their 693.50 on Palm. Then we got room down to 693.
Your channel is set now, so you're not trending anywhere. You're just going to chop around here or half channels, as long as you're within 695.23 or 693.38. So a break and hold below that, you re-enter. Other than that, you play the chop.
Copy that.
I'm just sitting on my hands. See? Yes.
Ay, caramba.
Muy bueno.
Oh, Apple. EWO is fading a little bit, but I'll stick to my VWAP. Break and hold. 274.50 is a little bit higher up now. VWAP has adjusted accordingly. Still respecting the 9. What is it?
He did one?
Two positions. I could have shaved one, but yeah, there's no way I'm putting that kind of contracts out there on the live. No way. It's bad enough I got to sit here and hold my hands and be like, nee. Stay below that 9, baby. At least stay below the 21 and VWAP.
This goes by.
Oh.
It's like pulling right now. That's what's going on.
You got the break. Now you need to see if it's going to hold. Or is this going to get hammered right back up?
In terms of candle patterns, this is still a beautiful setup, right? Failed to retrace that previous pop, previous bounce, right? Just like we do in hot stocks. Getting weaker and weaker. As long as it maintains it, we're going to need a break here, though. I don't want to see a bounce again. I don't like the fact that they're in this area. They're just keep driving it back up.
That level is respected pretty hard.
Yeah. Starting to get that itch, David.
why you saw me save heavily at 271.50. I couldn't hold past that. That's why yesterday coach calling people chicken shits. I was a chicken shit, so but I locked in money and I ended up. At least I corrected something.
Hot stock pick WORX, new high day.
Oh man, that candle.
So like right there, my runners are back into the negative. I'm negative 2%. And we were at about 28% on the way down. So we had a retracement of over 25% in that one single candle.
Yeah.
By the way, for the one trading Tesla, I don't know if you noticed, Tesla is doing exactly the same thing as yesterday.
That's why it's okay to go small so you can handle all those breakbacks.
Something about price action. As some of these candles start to settle a little bit, it makes it a little bit easier for the buyers when the sellers aren't just beating their face in. At some point, it starts to slow down a little bit. That's when they stand the most chance of having those candles pop back up. So they'll sit there and hold the level for a little bit. But if it's not going down further, they're just absorbing some sell-off, and then it makes it easier to pound it back to the upside. Action slowing down a lot. Now institutions can get control a little bit better.
Yes, Matta, that is a perfect way to learn the EWO. Just watching the screen. It's not as glamorous as scalping, not as fast paced and constantly boom, 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 boom. But sometimes some of the big wins can also come from EWOs. I do not like
push back to the upside
on SPY, right?
Yep.
I do not like that candle there on Apple. That is. I don't like the fact that they already decided to prop it up. They got to push this back down, or else I'm going to be in a world of hurt. But VWAP is going to be break and hold above VWAP, second candle above VWAP. But you see how that candle got pushed right back up, and this is on a 2-minute candle. I don't like that at all. Hopefully, I eat my words here and it pushes it right back down. But that's poised. It's setting himself up for a little spring action.
The good thing is it doesn't look like we get a super trend to the opposite side until over VWAP, so you have a lot of protection up there.
There we go. Come on down. Come on down. And then 6 minutes, I got to contend with more shift change, more volume coming in. I got to worry about that as well. This is why you can't hesitate.
On SPY, the wick is going to be 694.20. Otherwise, the body of the candle should be somewhere around 694.06. You're working the lower half of the channel now.
Come on, fight to stay down. Let's go.
Starting to look like an EWO, but we need to break and hold it at 693.48. And right now, it's just chopping back and forth across it.
I'll probably have to wait for shift change if I decide to. If it stays under VWAP, decide to kind of buy in a little bit more. But I want to make sure 100% certain this does not get back above VWAP and hold.
WM is making an effort to do a 3-candle reversal pattern.
I think that's what triggers a lot. We're almost at the 10 o'clock hour, but it triggers the impatience. This is where on an EWO, it triggers it if you just kind of fight the urge to, once you get green, to kind of just get out all the way when you're still to the downside. This is a prime example, is because you got to sit here and wait for this to develop 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minute candle, 2 minute candle. So I get it. I understand.
You're a better man than I can't do it.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to put into practice what was preached yesterday, even though I'm different style, kind of take the profit on the supports. But still holding. Let's see. Not a whole lot of buying volume coming in. Carolyn, your mic is open. Got it.
And then the other one that keeps been open is just under the name Zoom user. But I've seen that mic open a couple of times, so watch out with that one.
Yep.
Anybody? Remember, we do get the home sales data in 3 minutes.
Yep. Thank you. Anybody else in Apple 2-minute EWO?
I'm in it, Bruno.
All right, cool. We'll do it. We'll do it together.
I still got three holding on.
All right.
Let's go. Out of 40, though.
VS Elmer went up with the silver play derivative two times.
I still got some powder left. Don't worry. I'll come back another play if I have to. Dawn over there focused as hell on her device. I see you.
Now the SPY's moved substantially in that direction, and basically the buyers started getting tired of getting their face beat in. The upside moves probably won't come quite as abruptly unless we get to news or we get the shift change, which is coming up in 2 minutes. So other than that, now you have some directionality.
Sarah Russo, AK on Tesla puts. Great job, Sarah. Awesome work.
The green's coming right up. I'm sorry, green to red.
You're on what, Tesla?
692.56 is about all the gap on SPY too.
692.20 should be a wick area. Let's see if it flushes down. It should be able to poke down just a little bit and then bounce. Not a big bounce, but just need that little bit of a flush right there.
I got a gold level at 692.19 also.
Yep. Same thing within a penny.
IWM broke the previous day close, going lower, failed on the 3 candle reversal pattern.
If it gets a strong move, you'll see 692.08, and then you'll probably get a channel fill for 50 cents.
David, you said shave? Is that what you said? Oh, man.
This is back in that strange area where it's got oddly like 50-cent stair steps, and it's kind of unlike the rest of the chart.
Come on.
Oh, we're off by a tiny bit.
Come on, rip the floor out of this sucker.
We're expecting 20, but we got 30. Then the bounce channel fill back to 92.88 area.
45 seconds till shift change.
I think we're there. No?
Yeah.
I think we're at 10 o'clock. We're at 10 o'clock. Come on, existing home sales. Do something. I dare you.
Triple dog dare you.
Ralphie! Come on, baby.
Get a full move back to 692 to 692.08, and then we've got basically consolidation.
Existing home sales were lower than forecast.
Sweet. Thank you. Yes, Millen. Right now, I'm in puts on Apple. That is not a investing advice to do that at this moment, but it is a 2-minute EWO out of the gate. I just want to see this break away. Give me some wiggle room to breathe a little bit easier.
On TikTok, what's shift change?
Shift change is just where we see it in an abnormal spike in volume come into the market. Some would argue that the big boys, big institutions are looking to make their plays, or they kind of see where the market is situated. If is it down, is it up? And then they really start. I mean, granted, yes, we've seen the videos where the bell rings at stock market and they're just going crazy, but there we go. There we go on Apple. Let's go. But just correlates to volume, more volume coming into the market. Don't you dare bounce here hard.
Can I ask if you're going to shed on the double bottom?
Well, David didn't answer me. That means he wants me to stay longer.
Well, I just posted that I shed one right there on that big pool. So, but
That was
I still
channel resistance on SPY. Bruno, didn't you say you couldn't read Discord at the moment?
I could, yeah. Where am I looking?
Oh, you said you couldn't. You didn't have it up in front.
No, I had TradingView blocking it, but now that I'm focused on Webull, I see where the channel is.
Okay. Just checking.
Right now it's at the bottom of the channel. But those indicators though giving me some really good vibes. Cloud is still growing, even though that one candle would wipe away any profit that I had. Is it a double bottom bounce? Better not be.
That was your green to red bounce. He's still in the consolidation channel. You can break and hold above 693.48 now, but you got VWAP right behind it. Otherwise, work the channel.
If this breaks here, I'll be in a little bit better position. I probably won't shave, but if this breaks this bottom out, don't fight the trend. There we go. There we go. Just give me a little bit more wiggle room, please.
Man.
Over.
Yeah, if you are an IWM player with the Russell, that news for the home builders is actually positive for IWM.
So far, so good. It's perfectly executed EWO trade. Just saying.
With you, Bruno.
Patience, Danielson. Patience, Grasshopper. Oh, David.
What are you at? I'm at 43%. I'm playing the 75s.
$123.
Okay.
I know. See it.
Were you doing the 77 buys then?
272.50s.
Yeah, 72.5. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 72.5. Dawn, you foaming at the mouth? I know you are. 115. Oh, give me a little bit breathing room, please, for the love of God.
And then this is the spot where we're trying to level, right? So we need the next candle. Plus, you want to keep an eye on the volume. You want to make sure that the volume is at least staying in the same area and then preferably growing. That's what happened. If you look back at when we created the first bottom, we had a big influx of volume, and the candle behind that, even though it was a big candle, it was not a larger amount of volume, so there's less likelihood that it's going to continue down. So right here, that's what we're looking for. We want another candle after this one to close, and then we want to see what this volume candle is going to do. You still could see a retest of 271.50 if the volume stays low, and that's still technically a good sign because it'll reject 271.50. If we stay red, it's even better, but it's not a complete failure of the structure until we break back over 271.50 and hold.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big influx.
What's your language, David? Do you want that sucker to go down?
There's a
stock pick.
Chow.
CHOW. I'll take that outside.
Thank you. That was a big volume there in that one candle in the market. Maybe there was a spike across the board. Little influx, nothing crazy. Can Bruno
270.50 as the next level?
Can Bruno double his initial investment if he just stays longer? Oh man.
Well, I used to post on my screenshots. There was plenty of times where, even when I was doing, say, 5 contracts, I get rid of 3 or 4 of them, and then my last one would make me more than all the rest of them.
I want to really call out that other person that was in the Apple. You should be doing exactly what I'm doing, right? So, I mean, well, do what's...
And what roadblocks do you have? 270.50 was not only strong in the higher time frames, but it was in the dailies also. So I would be watching that one. Same thing. We want to make sure that we get an influx of volume. We hit that level. If we're testing that level, then we're going to need a continuation of volume. If not, we could see it fluctuate from 270.50 up to 271.50, and that still technically wouldn't be a sign of failure. But we're looking for continuous volume. It can't travel very strong for a long time if it doesn't have a continuation of that volume.
Right now, these are at the initial investment. They're roughly about 25%. Just doing quick math in my head.
We're way out on the regression channel. Way down.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Now I have a little bit of breathing room, just a tiny bit. I shouldn't be.
By the way, Apple never break the 9. It's staying under 8 the entire time.
Yeah, I shouldn't be greedy, but let me see how long I can squeeze this CWO out for. Shave along the way for those that are in a little bit heavier, right? 2 clicks of the mouse and I'm out of this, right? So
The 8%, Bruno.
Careful, it's about to pull. Everything is pulling right now.
Let it keep to you from your mouth to God's ears.
Spine your low.
You got to throw that French in there, Nana. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Regular members, this is what we do basically every day in the Apple chat. We discuss the levels of importance. We understand how to interpret the strength or weaknesses of the indicators. There's nothing magical about it. It's patience. 99% of it is waiting for your setup to show up, and then the patience to stay in the trade, because you can control that with your position sizes.
Gave a little bit of that back. Still sitting in it. Watching the volume very carefully.
Yeah, we had 2 increases in volume, right? And then now we're sitting right on 270.50. So this next volume bar, by the time we finish in 6 seconds, should be bigger. If it's not, there's a lot more weakness in that, and there's more likelihood that we're going to chop for a minute or so.
Which is a little bit harder to pinpoint because it takes a... Oh, hold on. It takes a little bit of time for that volume candle to develop all the way. But yeah, if it's not spiked up, let's see if it spikes up in 40 seconds. For those of you that wanted to know what an EWO is all about, with the exception of shaving at that double bottom, which if you have more, you have a little bit more to lose. So locking in some isn't a bad thing. Not to say that I don't have nothing to lose, but I only had 2. And remember me talking about I could have possibly loaded up a little bit more, stayed above the or stay below the 9, stayed below VWAP. as long as it didn't break. That candle freaked me out for a second.
And where's your stop loss locking in? What profit you have?
Right now, there is no stop, but use a stop. I could set a stop and let it go, right?
Somebody pointed it out on YouTube, so.
Yeah, I see him.
There was a 692.08 area that we were looking for the green to red area for the bounce off of that, and then the 50-cent moved back to the 9 on the 1 minute. So for some reason, SPY likes to work in it's not necessarily price, but it's working within the 50-cent range in here. And for some reason, when it gets in this area, it tends to do that more than anywhere else.
And moderators, nobody hit the record button. This would have been a great video. To hit the record button. They are, but we got to manually. If Bruno's streaming, somebody's got to hit the. If I don't remember to do it, somebody's got to hit that record button. But we're already on the tail end. I mean, you can hit record now, but we would have missed that whole thing. There you go.
And then they were talking about stops. So I have 2 positions left. So I have a stop on one of them. My cost average for my contracts was $316. Current price is about $515, and my stop is at $410. And my other one is just floating there, and my protection is me waiting to see if I'm going to buy or sell at a critical level or not. So I have my one protected with the mechanical stop, and I have a second one that's just kind of floating around that I'm waiting to see if I'm going to sell or not. And right now, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to move that stop up to 420.
Did y'all see? Did y'all see? I had my finger on the trigger. I fought the urge to click the button. Click the button. If I double this will be a new record for me in terms of how long I would stay in an EWO. So far,
you better hope Coach is not listening.
I'm sure he's listening. What am I supposed to do here?
Well, those of y'all that have been here for a while, there was screenshots that I posted 2-3 years ago. I would get into an Evo and hold it all day long, but it was maybe my last runner out of 3 positions, or maybe my last runner out of 5 positions. So these are the things that, like I said, we show this every single day. Some days you have the big runners that sometimes go 100, 200, 400%. There's other times where you max out at 25 to 30%. We never know what trade we're going to get into, but we always want to treat it as a 2-minute Evo, and which would realistically be holding one until you break either back into the negative or you break back above VWAP. And so those are things that we are constantly trying to reiterate as following the rules when we're doing these trades in the Apple chat.
Where are my Apple holders? If this breaks here, what's the next one after below 270?
No, not really. 270 was just barely anything. It wasn't even a blip on the map. The next one is down at minor at 269.75, and then 269 was a little bit stronger. But nothing major right here, so it's disrupting. It's kind of slowing down, but historically there wasn't nothing right there.
And now you need to see, now you need to see some really powerful candles for it to take away from that profit. It means it's slowly taken away, but I have to remember that as the time goes on. These are 1-day expirations expiring tomorrow, but I mean, right now I'm in a good position, right? So I can give up some of that profit, but I gotta pay close attention that nobody drives this with a hammer to the upside, right? So I'm watching it. It's still on 2-minute. Maybe I could flip to a 5-minute if I need to calm the nerves down a little bit. But I want to make sure we don't see massive candle kind of spike up. Still respecting the 9 though, all the way down. Indicators are there below your regression trend, descending trend channel. So how much of that profit do I want to lock in?
Like in a scenario like this where we're so far away from the 9, that could eat up. Like my personal contracts, they're at 62%. So all the way back up to the 9 could knock me down 20-something%. So those are the things that it's hard to judge and dictate how much you need as far as breathing room, because the contract, if it's one big single candle all the way back up to the 9, I could easily get knocked out 20-something%. But if I get back to the 9 in 4 small candles over 8 minutes, then it's not going to knock down 20%. So those are the things that we kind of watch out for, and we don't want to get a hold back over the 50 area, the 270 50, because that was our previously strong area. So right here is an area of concern. We don't want to hold in the upper channel because there's more likelihood that it's going to start chopping around. We would love it in the next minute or two to come back down below the 270.50, and then even if it sits up there, it's kind of a spot where it's kind of just going to teeter totter.
Yeah, I'm watching these candles closely here.
Where Coach was talking about yesterday, pattern changes, and so we've got to recognize when the pattern is actually changing. Right, we've had nothing but downs all the way, and then now we're getting a green, and then we're getting, if we get another green to hold above that, that's one of the spots where Coach would say that would be considered a breathe back. But if this next candle stays red and stays within the body and preferably stays below 270.50, that's even better to the downside. But anything above that we're starting to show some signs of weakness. Now, it doesn't mean that it's a complete failure in the trade, because we still have our EMAs above us. We don't have a super trend. We're still technically in a red 2-minute EWO, so we still have plenty allowing us to stay in the trade, but we are starting to get red flags that say maybe we could at least get rid of something.
Yeah.
What's your percentage, Bruno?
Now it dropped down, but I still got, remember that bracket stays at the higher delta. But 2 green candles like this is pretty, but like I said, I'm still holding on, but it was before it was 25%. But let's see, 2-4
green candle took 18%.
Yeah. But I got a little bit of wiggle room, right? So no matter what, unless some abnormal candle happens, which is what we don't want to see happen, but
it starts to build.
It's starting to curl a little bit, but that volume,
that
volume is starting to increase, right? Yeah. I'll probably take this to 271.50, but I won't let it go any higher than that.
Be mad, I'm out.
All right, I'm not mad. Strong momentum. Seller buyers are waking up. 271.50.
And these are the reasons why we don't see Coach doing 2-minute EWOs all the time, because you got to be paying attention to actually follow the rules. You get distracted, you come back and you're looking, oh, well, I wasn't paying attention to it, and you got pulled to a different stock. So that's why it's not as enticing for the lives, but it pays. I'm proof that this thing has been paying. It works. But so many people don't get to see the live action of it. They see the recordings, they see this and they see that. They hear us talk about it, but they don't get to see it. This thing works. Trust me.
Getting into a little bit of a danger zone here.
It'd be nice to see some rotation in the morning on some of the different things that. So I definitely like seeing Apple in the live in the morning.
Yeah, because Apple will even provide you with scalp, and so I did a scalp at the open. I did a scalp that was probably just a few seconds in the morning, and so I took that one, and then I got into 2 trades after that, and this one was the one that ran. So Apple gives you the opportunities to scalp. I posted up one of my screenshots, and so my initial trade was 9:31.58 seconds to 9:32.1 seconds. So that was 3 seconds in a trade, and the contracts went from 286 to 310, and that was 50 contracts. And so I know I made money on it. I'm not a math wizard, but I know I made money on that trade.
Apple's a lot more lively than it used to be, a couple of years ago. So definitely, like I said, I mean, it's got everything now. It's got scalps, it's got EWOs, it's got channels. Not that it didn't before; it just took forever to happen.
I'm waiting.
It's fast enough now that it can keep pace with a live.
I'm waiting to make sure that this volume, see the volume's kind of slowly fizzling out a little bit. I just want to make sure I don't get any sharp pops above it. Keeps getting pushed back down as long as volume slowly buyers. I'm not stepping in as much right here. See this? So we'll see.
We still got some pretty good wicks on there.
Yeah.
Just need to see if they're gonna hold the floor. Keep pushing up into it.
Well, the other thing that would be beneficial for the scalpers is the 0 days, right? Now you've got 0 days on Monday, you got them on Wednesday. And that's why I'm venturing more and more into it, because I've been able to see that because I can buy a lot of those cheaper contracts, I can capture decent amounts of money in seconds.
Yep. That's my world, buddy.
Well, whenever I have the one-on-ones, I tell everybody, I said, don't burn yourself by thinking that you have to be on Palm's level, on Coach's level, on Mark's level. I said, I'm not nowhere near those guys. I'm practicing whenever I get chances, but even myself, there's not enough gummies in the world for me to be able to tolerate scalping all day long.
I feel the same way. I struggle to sit through the EWOs. And I don't think anything's more any one thing is more than or less than. I think it's just a different skill set, and it takes discipline.
Well, then one thing that you hear upon most of the people that are a little bit more consistent is we've all found something that works for not only our mechanics, but our mental mechanics, right? So I have realized that I am not a great option scalper. Now, can I sit all day long and scalp the hell out of stocks? Yeah. But I'm going to sit in the room a lot longer to make the same amount of money that I can with options. So I've chosen over the past couple of years to stick with Apple options because I'm comfortable with those. I was not as successful when I was trading the faster movers like Tesla and sometimes SPY, and when I was trying Netflix and stuff like that. I just wasn't as successful. But if my mind processes information differently, and we have to come to terms with ourselves that not everybody can process information as fast as some people in the room. So we need to make sure that we're working with something that we can identify and process as fast as possible, especially if we're going to be trying to do day trading. If not, then you're more than free to start looking into like the wheel strategy, looking at stuff that's a little bit more long term, a little bit more relaxed. But if you're trying to do this day trading type of stuff, it is hard, and it's some people in the room make it look easy, but they have also put in extensive hours of testing. So one of the things that I reinforce all the time in the one-on-ones is, even though you guys have heard, I've been in the group for 3 years or 3.5 years. I was trading for 3.5 before that, so I knew more or less certain things about the market. Other people have done the same thing, and when we're referring to the time in the group, well, also my time is a lot more advanced than a lot of people's time. I used to put in easily in the beginning. Me and Mitch were putting 50, 60 hours a week every single week because I had unlimited time. I had a broken foot. I was out of work, and so I had plenty of time to invest in myself, right? And so I was putting in time doing research. I was doing time putting in time doing the back testing, trying to refine and trying to figure out what was going on with Coach's strategies, because I couldn't find resources on the 2-minute EWO anywhere. I scoured the internet everywhere and I could find nothing. So that's why I had to do the research myself. And I was like, okay, well, if I can't find research, then I'm going to be the research, right? I'm going to be the thing that people can look back in 10 trades and 20 trades. And then eventually it got to hundreds of trades. And so that little boost of confidence came over time, right? I wasn't being successful my first week in the group. It wasn't even my first 4 months in the group. It was after that where I started seeing a little bit more patience and discipline, but I had also got burned a few times. So we're all those little kids that put the hand on the stove, right? We got to learn the lesson somehow. And some of us just get burned worse than others because we can't find the line where we've got to kind of buckle down and make a change.
All right. Apple's not going to break this. I'm saying, come on back down. Get me out of that uncomfortable zone.
You have left, Bruno.
What's up?
How many contracts you have?
I just have two. I just need I see the decrease in volume, which could be good, but I don't want them to get any bright ideas to drive this up. If they drive it up, then like I said, 271.50. They keep inching it closer and higher and higher and higher, and I don't want to see that. I need to get this back down to that 270, at least below the 270.50. But they just keep trying to push this higher. It's driving me nuts. Starting to get
fading a little bit, Bruno.
What's that?
Your mic's fading a little bit.
Yeah, I know it's it's the adjustment. Normally Dawn would have her screen up sharing the Zoom audio and it wouldn't do this, but once I'm sharing the audio and the desktop. I thought you were saying Apple was fading. I was getting excited.
Oh, no.
Is that due to like voice cancellating or like with a mic?
It's noise suppression, noise cancellation. These bastards are going to drive this up higher. I can already see it. Come on.
It's a good enthusiasm for
come on, bro. Come on. Keep that 21 at least alive.
Bruno, I applaud you, man. I would have been out.
I'm starting to get uncomfortable. I'm starting to sweat a little bit because then
I'm sweating for you, bro.
It goes against
pork egg and cheese. That's how much I'm sweating.
It goes
7150 is still okay.
Yeah, it goes against lock in some of that profit or the don't let a green trade go red. So these pieces
Tesla and Nvidia are both approaching VWAP.
These pieces of garbage are going to drive this.
We're going to get a super trend if we hold over the 271.75 area.
SPY is stuck right now.
Apple's making some of the
Great job, Bruno.
But it's like 5 minutes behind. So you got the control candle that was set on SPY, and now you got a control candle that was set on Apple.
Well, and about 12 minutes ago, 14 minutes ago, we had the pattern change. So. Okay.
Great job, Bruno. Love your face.
Yeah. Would have been a great job if I would have got the 200 and something that it was up. But yeah, I mean, from here, from the bottom all the way up to VWAP, it to me, it doesn't make much sense because you got to travel so far up to VWAP in order to stay. Now, of course, there's other signals, other signs, right? So this one is where my cutoff is going to be, and they're gonna hammer this. I can already sense it. They're gonna absolutely hammer this. They're just waiting for the right moment, a right opportunity. They're gonna drive this all the way up to VWAP. I can already sense it. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. They're so adamant when they get behind the bus, you better get out of the way.
But that VWAP may be a good scalp opportunity as well.
Yeah, of course. Up to VWAP and then looking for the rejection. I could be wrong here.
You could still reject the 275.
271.50. There we go. There we go.
You just did it.
On the 5 minute, this is going to close as a pretty nice wick and a hammer. So this is kind of good for you, Bruno.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't want to see them find support sooner, right? Because then it's just going to slowly trickle back up. But 271.50, the trend is starting to develop itself. So
But you didn't get rid of one down there at 270.50, right?
No, I didn't.
You should have.
I would have locked in at least 50% of it.
Okay. Something just to ease up the...
Yeah. 272.30, 271.50 just slid in there. 271.50 disappeared. was there, just disappeared.
See, that's the other thing that I try to reinforce as well. So in this one, we not only did we break below a strong level, which we wanted it to maintain below 270.50. So a sign of weakness was we broke back above it. The second sign of weakness is we had a couple of candles continue back into that. And then, of course, ultimately we held over the 9. So that's one of the things that we got to take into account. If we're trusting the EMAs in one direction, we have to trust that they're showing us weakness in our trade. And at the very least, this was the very first time we held over the 9, right? That was one of the comparisons.
Yeah.
And so that would have been at least one of mine where I say I would have gotten rid of at least one of them.
Bottom could fall out here.
I'm starting to sweat. Yeah. Let's see if it holds it.
Get that boot for me.
Don't give me no boot, Palm. Keep your boot to yourself, sir. Boot on what? On SPY or Apple? Both.
Well, see, the way that the super trend calculates, you're not going to have enough to maintain until we get over 271.75. So it could even push past that, but as long as it closes below it, we're not going to get the super trend yet.
Somebody get on a microphone somewhere and say the world's coming to an end. Come on.
The world's coming to an end.
I'm not sure how Apple is going to do, but SPY likes to come down and validate support before it makes its final move back up a channel.
Come on, get weak. Get weak.
That's coming down to do it right now.
Let's hope that they're happy with $1.50. $1.50 profit.
I'm not in front of a computer right now, but is there any support next to the VWAP up? I mean, resistance up next to the VWAP there?
On Apple?
We had a minor level 272.50, which is right above it.
Oh, yeah, that might be a play.
Here's your retest. We'll see if it breaks that 92 area. We get some channel slippage here, then we got a different game. There's your full-on retest.
Come on, slip. Slip. It's just gearing up. It's just building up. Come on.
At SPY, previous day close.
Close to it, right? I think it's 91.77 was the mark.
Knock it right down. Knock it right back down.
Side of it anyway.
It's 71.75 is strong.
There's the slippage. Okay. Come on, a little further, or you just a dip and rip.
Which one you on, Palm?
SPY just snapped through a little bit to validate the previous day's support at the end of the bell there. So, and I a minute in or a minute out, It still typically shows some sort of support or resistance. So 91.75 is what I was expecting a flush to.
Oh, there was negative news on Apple.
I 691.92.
Negative news
Right
on
there.
Apple.
Boom. That's it. If that doesn't bounce,
Yeah.
delay with something.
It says 1 hour ago, Reuters, smartphone sales fall 23% year in January on a high basis. Huh. Interesting.
691.38 is SPY's 200 on the 30 minute. Just FYI.
definitely levels below there. I'm just saying that's a pretty important one though. The 75 right there. It's also just a flush into the red, from green to red. So if it doesn't bounce, we got more. They're being super careful. Nobody wants to buy the break back to the upside. Oh, weakness. And it's sitting down that thing like an egg. There we go. A little bit of slippage. Okay. It's not confirmation, it's just slippage.
Oh, interesting news since we're at 10:30 now. Alphabet just sold 100-year bonds. Can you believe that? 6.125 interest rate.
So what does that mean exactly?
Well, that's funding debt, right? So they're using that bond to fund the AI development, is what I would believe. But that long of a term, wow. It's only really for institutions.
It's like pretty sure I'm not making it another 100 years.
Yeah. I'm not making a third.
I'm surprised I made it almost 50.
But we knew the expense of AI development has shot through the roof. And so the only way a company can deal with trying to maintain some sort of margin is to extend the debt.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
This is a nice 5-minute candle for you, Bruno. First red one. It's been all red candle up to this.
News on Apple or just the overall market?
No, just look at SPY. It just dropped. Drop.
Best way to look. Just about Apple stuff here. Actually, I'm on Apple, so I'd have to switch that over. See if anybody has anything.
I don't see any news.
Come on, don't do that. Don't pick them up. Come on.
Anybody got any levels on SPY?
Levels on SPY. You must be just joining us. We've been calling it
Through pre-market.
Yeah.
Or yesterday evening low already.
All right.
Watch out here, Bruno.
Yeah.
If we get over the 681, the 271.75, we're gonna end up with that super trend if it holds.
Yep. I got my finger on the trigger. Keeps kissing that 271.75.
The previous day low on SPY was 689.18.
Don't bounce here. Don't bounce. Just rip the floor right out from underneath you. Come on.
Bruno, go.
Just rip it. Don't bounce. Just rip. Rip down. Come on, you piece of turd. There you go. Give it all back. This is an example of picking a level, in this case 271, 271.75, 271.50, and sticking with it. Let's see if it just got a little bit more to give back. Come on.
News?
On Apple just an hour ago, but I don't know about SPY. I'd have to flip.
Dropping.
Yeah, I'd have to pick SPY on the list here.
Yeah, be careful though on SPY. On the 4 hour and 1 hour, it is hitting coming to the 200 at that 690.
It's supportish, yeah.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is also awesome.
I don't see
After
it.
a drop like that, it takes a long time to recover because nobody wants to stick their neck out again.
I don't see anything on SPY yet.
And it is a double bottom from yesterday.
It just looks abnormal.
Why you gotta pump it back up? He's so annoying. Dude, so annoying, bro.
You know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
You gotta pump it down. Gotta go.
You're gonna have to get under 271 to kind of start helping hold in that lower half of the channel.
Oh, you piece of crap, bro. Well, let's see if it can hold here. 271.50. Can't get scared.
And then from the top of the morning to the bottom, we were pretty much maxed out on the daily ATR too.
Are we? Oh, yeah.
Because we've been averaging around $5, 5 something.
The question is, should I shave here?
Well, if you held through all that.
Overall trend is still down for the day, but that was a little uncomfortable. Right. So let's see what we can get. There we go. Go. No.
We're gonna test 271. We need to make sure that it's able to pull below 271. And then we're looking for the same thing. We would need another candle to hold below 271. If not, it's gonna start curling again.
Yeah. Curl back down.
Hey, Bruno, as Eric's Moto says, look at the 10-minute. I mean, it looks
10-minute. I don't even have a 10 minute. Oh, that's 10 seconds.
the candle it's on right now in the 10-minute. Lower lows, lower highs.
Yeah.
Lows,
Yeah.
highs. That 10-minute looks pretty nice.
Let's see it. Guess who's holding?
But you said, Bruno, you're going to give away a 30-day premium membership if it's new low a day?
I could do that.
And you said the record. I have the flashing icon that says record, so I don't know where it's getting recorded to.
No, I turned it on. I turned it on. Yeah, I turned it
Okay.
on afterwards. Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Normally, I'll get that. I see the little notification, or I hear it. I didn't hear it earlier.
Below 271. Hi ho, silver. I mean, who's got all that time? Sit there almost an hour and almost approaching an hour and a half.
Well, who would like to sit in the room? So we've been in the market for what, about an hour and something, hour and 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And I have one last runner, and its open profit is about $125. So even if you did two of them, maybe you got 50 or $75 out of one of them while it was running down, or you had the bigger run and you actually captured some of the 100 and something. So you could have already locked in some money, and then the second one, even if it would have been back at VWAP, we would have still been green on that runner. And so you capture the profit from the first one, the second one's 10 times easier to hold.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely true.
And look, so right now we're still struggling with the 271. So like I said, we need to pull below it and then have another form below it. And then preferably we would like to see the volume hold. The volume dropped off in this last candle and we didn't hold below 271. So that's what if we didn't satisfy that the first time, we're still looking for that same accumulation right now for a better sign that we're going to hold the lower half.
Yeah. If it gets down to 270 again, I'll shave one. And then I'll set a stop on the others and just let it go. Oh, the last one. Still fighting that 271 though. All right. We're about that time winding down on the stream. These guys got to see a full EWO in action throughout the day with the call outs, of course, on the side. The only difference I would have done is at that 270, I probably would have shaved one. But now I'm setting myself up here. Hopefully I can get down. You know, it's time to end that stream when I start yawning. There we go, David. There we go. Let's go.
So
Let's
remember,
go.
270.50 was a stronger level in the past.
Yeah.
Today, it's not prevalent right now because we went below that in the first rundown, but that was a higher time frame. So we want to make sure we were looking for the break and hold below the 270, the 271 area. So now that's our next little roadblock, 270.50. We don't want to see a bunch of signs of weakness with a bunch of wicks right there. We would love to see the volume continue and then break below it, and that'll give us a better sign of continuation.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't hesitate this time. I'm going to go ahead and lock some in. That's a nice. Anybody else? Hold on to that.
The 10-minute looks amazing, Bruno.
Yeah. Anybody else? Hold on.
It's just coming back to validate that support area. So the three scenarios are bullish side bounce, which would be right here, full on retest, or a flush, and then a flush and recoup. So that technically is a bullish side double bottom right there.
These last 30 seconds of these larger time frame candles are huge. So now.
Yep. Give me a little bit more. Squeeze out a little bit more. Come on. Dawn, eat your heart out.
And on my SPY, I have the thickness of my line at 690, 25, and 690.
I got the same.
Candle still sitting up strong. Well, sitting down strong.
Nice, Bruno.
Yeah, candle still sitting down strong.
The 5-minute finish, beautiful.
There it is.
The 10-minute too.
There it is. Now, some would probably say I'm crazy. But that's got a lot of momentum. I might see if it's going to break the floor here. If it doesn't, yeah. Hold on. It's got. Hold on.
So do EWO holders, do they sell here or do they hold?
No, they shave. Well, they could shave, right?
On the double bottom, they would shave?
I mean, you could shave because it's going to be a double. It could be potentially a double bottom bounce, but all right. I got one. I don't care, coach. Get off me. Get off me, coach. Get off me, coach. Get off me. You're smothering me. You're smothering me. Get off. Get off me.
How many did you have total, Bruno?
Just two. Just two. I want to see if it's got enough juice to go further. But now I could set that stop.
Start that put at.
The 2-minute EWO. Well, it ended up on the third by the time I got in. So there we go.
So
there we go.
A confirmation 2-minute EVO, right? You're not supposed to buy until the third one is being created. So your entry was during a regular 2-minute EVO that everybody else in the room should be taking.
Yeah, seller volume increasing. Just be careful with these bounces, bottom bounces. Still, regardless, the news is still negative on it. 20-something% sales drop is in smartphones is still big news for them. Apparently, because it didn't respect the first bottom. This one right here, well, technically, dropped out. Then the second one dropped out, and now we're gonna see this one bounce. But now we're on the third, or we're on the second true double bottom, right? So chances are it might have enough oomph to push this past further the bottom. So be careful with the bottom bounce. That's what you got to identify is the negative news. Trend is to the downside. Yes, you could still make money on that candle bounce when it popped back up, but it's still got momentum. Look at the volume, a seller volume increasing. So I'll leave this. I'll leave it now. Give it a little bit more.
Bruno?
Yeah.
Apple. New low a day.
Thank you.
Well, and then you're playing you said 270, 250s?
7250, yeah.
Yeah. So then what is your percentage? Because you got in at the 2 minutes. So this would tell people exactly what they should be able to get.
61% on the trade. 61% on the trade.
Yep. So people could have been sitting in this trade, and your contracts at the start were definitely cheaper than mine because mine were one in the money, and my average price was 316. So what was yours, like less than 200?
It was 210.
Okay, so 210. So still large for most people, right? A lot of people in the room could not realistically buy 5 to 10 of these and still follow coach's rules because you would be putting yourself in a position of breaking over the 1 to 3%. But a lot of us could have gotten at least 1 or 2 out of this, and then of course you could always trade just the single positions of it, and it's a lot harder to struggle through, right? And seeing you're up 40-50%, and then it's retracing, and it's up only 10%, and then all that. So it's very difficult. Trust me, I've done it in all different stages. I tried it with single positions, I tried it with multiple positions, and the way that I've seen the most success is with multiple positions that allows me to hold on to something towards the end. And it doesn't mean over leverage yourself and buy so many positions that you're going to put your account at damage. It means pick something that's in your lane, right? Something that can follow the rules of the 1 to 3%, still give you the 25 to 40% in the 2-minute EWO on those contracts, and budget all that and be able to trade something that's a lot smaller. And then you can eventually get to the larger contracts and the bigger stocks. But I used to do this, and people that have been in the room for the 3.5 years with us, I used to do this all the time. I would post it all the time, holding runners. Here, I'm up 40%, I'm up 50%. Sometimes you get lucky and you get those 80 to 100 to 200 to 400% trades. But if we realistically are taking the same entry repetitively, you'll end up seeing that the 2-minute EWO works. We try not to go against the trend, which would be a lot riskier in this form. So like if we were to sit down here and then take a trade where it turns into a green EWO, but you're still under the cloud and you're still under VWAP.
Give me 1 second. Double bottom from previous day. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. And then so like right now, since you're so far away from the 9, you're trying to pay attention to realistically levels. So we had 269.75 as a minor level. Our next one is 269. So we're looking to see if there's signs of weakness when we're coming up to each one of those levels. The concern in this one would be 269, like I said, was in the lower time frames and it wasn't as strong. So I'm not too overly concerned, but people could have that marked on their chart. They could react to it at any time. We never know when a level is going to pick up significance based on the new traders that are in there for the day, right? The last time this level was played with, maybe there wasn't the same amount of people or the same exact buyers and the amount of buyers, so it could react completely differently this time. So we're keeping an eye out for previous levels, and then we're accepting the fact that they can become stronger or they can gain or remain at the same amount of strength. And so when I'm watching these trades and I'm so far away from the 9, I'm probably a good almost $1 away from the 9. I don't want to allow that thing to come all the way back up to the 9 and lose all that profit. So with a single position, like I have just one runner left, it's going to be harder to dictate when I want to get out of this trade completely, because now I'm up in my contracts. I'm 98%. Bruno's probably in the 80 to 90% as well.
95%.
Yeah.
Nice.
What exactly are you calling the 9? The 9 EMA.
It's the white line right here
If this 89 breaks, it's taking the whole market with it.
on SPY.
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, my bounce was not good.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Bruno.
Yeah.
That's yesterday's double bottom, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, Palm.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Apple.
I was gonna say, stop talking to me while I'm trying to move my stop, damn it.
You can't coach and trade at the same time.
No, bro. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh my. I'm getting itchy and scratchy because I want to tighten this up. I know.
There's a secondary at 88.50, and that would be too deep of a retest. If it comes all the way down, it doesn't break off of that, then we're looking at starting to fill gaps, and then the stuff's going to get crazy.
Sorry for missing you. What exactly is the 9? Is that a setting you put in?
Yes, it's the 9 EMA.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So that's a moving average of the last 9 candles is what that is.
Absolutely. Well,
depending,
and
depends.
If you look up moving average, it's completely different.
Depends on the candle and depends on the time frame as well. So 1 minute you'll have, 9 candles, 2 minute candles, 5 minute candles, 9 of those.
Went through secondary retest.
88.05 is Monday's low, so that's this week's low.
Watch Apple because we're at the bottom of the regression channel, so typically we'll see like a little hesitation when we get this far down.
Hey, David, do you have a bounce at 267.44?
My next one, 50, 267.50.
This is institutional support on the run up.
Man, talk about holding its value. What?
This is, believe it or not, not for Apple, but this is definitely a shedding area for SPY. Like, if you were sitting in something, I'd be protecting the shit out of this. All right, that's it. It's a full on retest of the institutional support.
Yes, Matta, that would be correct. Since we are approaching a double bottom, we got to be cautious. There was a slight bounce, but it just broke through like crazy. So that would have been a perfect opportunity, waiting for that confirmation. Oh my goodness. There should be no reason whatsoever, if you got the break of that you should be red. Part of me says tighten this up even more, but
you've got a $3.50 move down to the next support.
And earlier we were discussing percentages and dollar amounts. So I fully transparent on mine. I post them all the time, but some people might not be able to see them because they don't have access to the Apple chat. But my last runner is 138% and about $420 in profit on a single contract.
I just literally doubled my money.
Good for you, Bruno. You deserve it.
Congrats. Good for you, Bruno, man. Thanks.
Longest,
Good job, Bruno.
longest EWO trade of my life.
AKA El Piloto.
I'm gonna miss you. You're not gonna be here tomorrow, Bruno?
Not in the morning. I'll be in the afternoon. I'll be at 12 Eastern.
Oh, okay, so come back when there's nothing going on.
Yesterday there was a $7 move on SPY, and then that's when it began to bounce a little bit.
Yep.
Getting near that.
7.5 and 10 are usually like what do you call it, superstitious levels.
Hell doesn't have a basement right now.
By 684.90 would be the gap down. There's a bunch of micro levels in between, but
You don't think the low of this week, the 88.05, is really significant?
That's exactly what I was saying. This is your institutional support area. So if you look at your 5-day, like we talk about all the time, after a big move to the upside, there's a pullback to an institutional support, and then a move to a new high. After that new high, it comes back and validates that support area, which it did yesterday. Came all the way back in there and did it, and then it bounced. So the fact that it's coming back and retesting it today is telling you that there's more weakness. So a break and hold of that area tells us that we can get reversion, which means starting to fill gaps to the downside. That doesn't even begin to happen until somewhere between 684.90 and 682.50.
There it is. Stopped out.
But you can, with SPY though, it likes to flush levels. So it's
yes,
perfectly normal for SPY to come back and flush an institutional support by about anywhere up to $1.25, and then maintain it and bounce back. But it's showing no bounce right now. We went from a half point up to a half point down. We got a full 1 point move in the first part of the day. That tells you about how much strength there is right now for a bounce.
Yeah, we're about to end the stream, so I'm not going to sit in that trade. And then we got other things I got to worry about. So it's all good. I tightened it up too much, but that was on purpose. So nobody come for my soul. Nobody come beat me up. All right. So yeah, I get it. It's still the downside. Closing arguments. What's the word? I yield back. I would like to reclaim my time.
I think the Snuggie brought you some good mojo, so maybe you wear it more often.
Yeah, but that was the longest. I mean, it's still pulling back. So for everybody else that's still in that, do you?
Well, if you're still holding, then technically we won't get a green super trend back to the upside till we're over 269 currently. So I would give it room to at least that if you have a single position.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody can choke it up tighter, but there is still plenty of momentum to the downside. We just don't want it to start curling and then break back over that 269 and hold.
Yeah. Just going through the comments. Trey over on Twitch said if SPY was testing 688 from the 15-minute time frame, if that means anything to you, Palm. And for Mata D24, yes. The thing you don't want to do is you don't want to cost average. If you're in a situation like up here somewhere, you don't want to cost average up when you're loading up because you will drive the price. You'll start to increase the price of your average cost, but on a run like this, it's not going to matter much. But these kind of runs don't happen all the time. But if in any worst case, if you had an opportunity where you saw the trend was to the downside, you're below VWAP, somewhere in this area would have been an ideal situation to kind of go in, because if your 2-minute EWO was like somewhere around here, 2-minute EWO was right here. We waited for the confirmation, got in on the third one, and then we ran into a situation where it came up to retest VWAP, but never really punched through. I'm over here talking about SPY. I'm like, why does that 2-minute EWO look different? Right here, it's a 2-minute EWO. When it came back up to retest, it's still below VWAP. There's other areas of opportunities where you can kind of go in when you get to the downside. Doing it down here after getting in here, yes, you're going to increase your price, your average price of your contract. So it's not that it can't work in your benefit. You just got to be careful that this doesn't, when you start to increase your positions and then you're driving that average cost up, that this thing doesn't fully bounce here and then go back up. And then you're digging yourself a deeper hole because now there's more money involved. Right. So if it does bounce or a true bounce, but yeah, on an opportunity like this, if you sat and missed this whole thing and it broke through that bottom, which remember I had kind of said that I didn't trust the bottom, that this thing had momentum. The seller volume was increasing rapidly. This is rapidly for Apple. And you see this nice little increase as it goes further and further down. So these first two kind of signaled it. And then you're kind of waiting. You're like, maybe it's going to bounce here. You're going to start forming a green volume candle. Then that never really happened. And then it just pushed right through. But yes, you would still be holding this. What? Who? I'm going to mute you over. Anyway. So yeah, so still, I mean, like I said, if I didn't tighten it up, still paying $5.30 for that contract. The cost was about $2. So that was double the trade. So do these happen every single day like this? Glorious EWOs? No, it doesn't. Sometimes you end up in a chop zone. But you got to make sure you lock some in. If you have more, right? If you had 20, 30 contracts, you would be sitting real nice right now. That's account changing status. But anyway, if you're interested in signing up, come join us. Come join us over at American Dream Trading. You can Google us. You can find us. We're at the top of every search engine that you look for us on. Memberships, we have the 125. Any promo code that will apply would be Dawn, D-A-W-N, Bruno, B-R-U-N-O. James is up on here. He's also got a code as well, James. So any one of us, you could use the code 125 premium. Yearly is 500. I'll bring that up on the screen right now. And we have our yearly premium for 500 and 2 years, 750. And of course the Cadillac Daddy Mac 5,000 for a diamond lifetime. That's all of our recurring services that we have, excluding one-on-ones and one-on-one mentorships with Coach and one-on-one mentorships with David and one-on-one in general. So if you missed the QR codes, don't worry. You can always come back, watch the live again. They'll be there. They're always there. People are scanning it all the time. So if you think about it, if you want to have some fun, trade the market, learn a thing or two about the stock market, come join us at any time. Big drop there, 30-cent drop on the contracts, down to $5 on Apple, but still not in the danger zone. But like I said, we can't run the stream forever. And at the same time, I got stuff to do also. I got to look at some stuff as well. So, all right. Any last words, Don? James?
There's something I wanted to mention, a tool that with the VIP or higher that I don't think gets mentioned or utilized enough. The stock EWO alert channel. If you go back and look at that, you'll see that Apple was only in there one time.
Which one is it?
Under market prep, stocks, EWO alerts on Discord.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's something that just doesn't get another one of those tools that doesn't get mentioned very often.
Yes, so that is a good point. For all that are listening on Discord, in our Discord, you can find that information. Okay, thank you to all my moderators, James, Palm Coast, Richard, Taco Bell, Fiend, Chris, David, Don, F2, Bucko. Who else am I missing? Chris, I talked about. I think we got everybody. Oh, Diesel Dan and Gilly. I don't have a list. I normally, a coach has that list, but thank you to all my first responders, doctors, firefighters, police officers, nurses, and all my truck drivers around the world. Nope. Didn't get it this time. No. Weak sauce. But moderators, please don't forget to just hit that record button if we miss it in the morning, because that would have been one hell of a video. You know, watching the emotions, watching the antsiness, watching the keeping your finger off the mouse kind of deal, and clearly a perfect 2-minute EWO, and still is an EWO to the downside. So just because I stop myself out doesn't mean that you can't keep going. And for that other gentleman who got out early, that's okay. It's all good. But I know you're kicking yourself in the face right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channels. Moderators, please remember, show Dawn some support so that way she's not up here by herself. I'll be back on the call around 12 Eastern. Just got some things to do in the morning, and then I will be back with y'all at 12 and doing all the things. I'm still reachable if you need something. Open up a help desk ticket in the Discord and all the things. And that's it.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Peace out. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Bruno.
Thanks, everybody.